What's up, y'all? So I just wanted to do a real quick response video to my man Pal Simeon's Dirty Dreadlock video. Kind of going over my experience with dreadlocks. I know he's had his own experience with dreadlocks. I'm going to share my experience with dreadlocks. So pretty much back in 2012 in August is when I started changing the way I was eating. I bought a juicer. That was the first thing I started juicing. You know, I didn't become vegan until about 6 months later. But a month after I bought my juicer and started changing the way that I was eating, it was that next month in September that I decided to throw out all my combs, all my brushes, and to try the dreadlock life, I guess you could say. The more natural. Pretty much the reason I did it was because I seen my body transforming so much from the food I was eating, from going more natural, that I thought, I wonder how much better my hair would feel, how much more it would grow if I just let it dread like it's naturally supposed to. I believe if Jesus was real, that motherfucker would have had dreadlocks. Because I know they didn't have no combs or brushes back then unless he was running his hands through his hair a lot. But for me, the dreadlocks weren't something that I was just going to run out, have someone do up, and then, you know, pretty much live with them like that. I wanted to do the most natural dread form, which would be the neglect style, where you just stop combing your hair, you stop brushing your hair. Most people think that you stop washing your hair altogether. That's the biggest myth that I found about dreadlocks. Whenever someone runs into me about dreadlocks, they're always like, how long has it been since you washed your hair? And I just look at them like, yesterday? Because they're ignorant. They don't know anything about the dreadlocks. And that was one of the things that kind of drew me to dreadlocks, was how most people don't know much about it. I didn't myself. I've done hours and hours of research looking up the different methods. You know, you got the twist and pull method, where, you know, you twist your hair and then you rip it, twist and rip, whatever they call it. And then you got the method back combing, which is pretty much you take, you know, a section of your hair that's undreaded and take a comb and just back comb it up into your, you know, your skull. Now I ain't gonna say that I didn't try these methods. I know I have one dreadlock of each. I tried one back combing somewhere back here, and I tried one twist and rip somewhere back here. Just because I had to try it to see if I liked it. You know, after doing that, just the process of getting the dreadlocks that way, those two really hurt my hair, you know, from back combing and then from twisting and ripping. I knew that wasn't the way I wanted to dreadlock my hair. So I decided to go the all-natural way, which some people will laugh, but this is a whole journey. I mean, the dreadlocks is a journey itself. I'll show you a picture from when I started. I had long hair and I'd been growing it out for a couple years. And just one day, you know, after doing a bunch of research of the ways that I wanted to dread my hair, I just decided to throw out all my brushes and all my combs. Never looked back from that day. You know, I've learned tons about myself from the dread process, from just letting my hair go, letting it dread up on its own, and just letting it do its natural path. I mean, I haven't done anything to my hair in the last 2.5 years, almost 3 years now, except for wash it with, you know, all natural and organic ingredients. I cut out all the natural residue leaving shampoos like Pantene Pro V, Schwab, Herbal Essence. Cut out all of that. Went to a more natural hair method, and I love it. I love it. And I think Pal Simeon's problem, not hating, just saying, was that you ran out and you had your dreadlocks done. So you really don't have much, I feel like you don't have much of a connection to your dreadlocks when you have someone do them, you know, whether it's twist and rip, whether it's the back combing, or whatever it is. Not to mention that those methods aren't the best for your hair or your scalp. I mean, they tighten the hair beyond its natural state. I mean, when you do it all natural, it's just gonna, you'll see I got a bunch of loose hairs in here, but they'll dread up eventually. It's nothing I'm worried about. I don't use a crochet hook. You know, I don't do any of that. I don't palm roll. All I do is wash. I used to separate them, but recently, probably about 4 to 6 months ago, I decided, well, screw it. I'm going to go all natural. I'm going to stop separating. So I'm getting what they call Congos. That's what Pal Simeon said. I forget who he said had it, where they just got like 9 dreadlocks. Yeah, that'll probably be me one day. Who knows? But I'm just letting them do what they want to do. And I'll go over a few of the things that I've learned about myself. The first is the way that people look at you and the way that people judge you just because you have dreadlocks. You know, 9 out of 10 people are going to think you smoke marijuana. 8 out of 10 people are going to think you're a Rastafarian. And 7 out of 10 people are just going to think that you don't give a shit about yourself. And pretty much all 3 of those are incorrect. I mean, the main reason I went for dreadlocks was because of my diet, my new lifestyle that I was embracing on. And it's just an all-natural way of living I see. And I love it. You know, I learned to stop caring what other people thought about me. I started to, you know, have more of an appreciation for the patience it takes. You know, I can look at someone now and I can tell them exactly. I can say, yep, you had your dreadlocks twist and ripped, or, you know, you had them backcombed. No problem with that. You know, I'm not saying they're bad people. It's just they won't have as much of a connection to their dreadlocks as someone who does the free form or neglect method. Because for about 6 months, it just looked like I had really bad bedhead. And I'm not going to lie that, you know, it looked terrible at first, but the process and the time it takes, you will learn so much. I recommend it to anyone who thinks, you know, they can handle the process. And if you don't think you can handle it, that's all the more reason to do it, because you'll learn so much more about yourself and about the people around you, how they judge you, and everything else. So that's my little rant in response to my man Pal Simeon. Just saying, not hating. But Pal Simeon, I think you should stop combing your hair, or at least stop running your hands through your hair. You know, you say no one can not run their hands through their hair. Bruh, I'm proving it to you, man. I'm proving it to you. Yeah, I wanted to know what it's like to shake your head with the dreadlocks. It's great. It's great. So Pal Simeon, man, my advice to you, next time you want dreadlocks, just stop combing your hair. Don't go to a salon or to, you know, a hairstylist to have them dread it. Do it the all-natural method. If y'all have any other questions about dreadlocks, about going vegan, anything like that, leave them down below. Until next time, I will do a video, a little more extensive video of my dread process. You know, I can show all the pictures. I pretty much took pictures every 6 months just to kind of record it. Like Pal Simeon said, it's, you know, dreadlocks are a process, and people kind of like seeing the before, the middle, the after, you know, the whole process. And I'd agree on that. It's a hell of a process. You know, it's a hell of a journey, and I love it. So until next time, y'all, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Peace, y'all. Peace.